Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Richard LaFleur. You can call me BTC Rich. In today's episode, I am going to talk about my Bitcoin sovereignty, my life on the Bitcoin standard, how Bitcoin have changed my life ever since I jumped into the rabbit hole last year, and it also gave me a different perspective on how to move in this life that we are living in, and also to become a better man, a better person, someone that can support my community and help the next person out. In today's episode, I just want to give you an update on how my life is going and just giving you an insight on how I'm moving on a Bitcoin standard. And I hope the information that I'm sharing with you guys are able to give you the knowledge and the ways and the strategy to utilize Bitcoin in your everyday life. And to start off with, I just want to read this quote that I have created. Bitcoin is one of the best form of hard money ever created. No ruler, no gatekeeper, just a 24/7 market, an open source protocol built to deliver financial freedom. Stack sats and stay humble. Bitcoin is freedom. Bitcoin is one of the best asset right now because it gives you your time back. It's a solution mechanism, and also it help you get out of this fiat world that we live in, help you get out the matrix. So I always advise anyone, if you're new to Bitcoin or crypto, please buy yourself some Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will be the store of asset that everybody will utilize, and sooner or later it will become the medium exchange that people will use to do transaction, to make sure that they are safe and putting themselves in the best position to utilize their purchasing power. And to piggyback on what I have previously shared in my old videos, just want to share this quote about Satoshi Nakamoto. It might make sense just to get some in case it catches on. Bitcoin has been being adopted every single day ever since we noticed it been here for the last 17 to 18 years. Bitcoin have been doing a lot of change in this world where institutions are creating ETF. People are utilizing Bitcoin as collateral loan. There are countries that are living on a Bitcoin tender and utilizing to support their people because they notice that the fiat that we have to deal with every single day is not making our life easier. So I advise you guys to buy Bitcoin. Don't wait. Don't study the price. Just continue buying it. You want to stack as much sats as possible because Bitcoin will continue going higher and it will be harder for you to accumulate. So to start off with, just want to go on the time calendar to look at the new block. Currently right now, Bitcoin is at 900,022, 945. And with us hitting a new block, it just showcased that Bitcoin is growing. Bitcoin is moving, and Bitcoin is reaching new levels. As we look on the trading view, Bitcoin is slowly coming back up. This is my chart. This is how I look at Bitcoin every single day. Even though I said don't look at the price, but I am a trader. I like to look at these different price and just to understand which direction it's going. So currently right now, Bitcoin has went down the beginning of November. The lowest that it have reached last week was at least 98K. Currently right now, Bitcoin is at 105. So Bitcoin has been moving. Bitcoin has been going up. So it's the best time to buy as much as possible because I believe it will go back to all-time high before this year is over. So just take advantage while it's at a low price because it will help you in the future. It will give you the flexibility, the freedom, and the time that you deserve. To start off with, just want to share the best exchange on how I buy Bitcoin. The list that I have provided is Strike, Cashapp, Robinhood, and Fold. My favorite one is Strike. I utilize Strike almost every single day to buy Bitcoin because of the Lightning Network. It gives me a familiarity of Cashapp. I look at it as Cashapp cousin because you're able to send yourself Bitcoin on Strike to Cashapp or vice versa. But Strike is one of the best exchanges to buy Bitcoin because of the features that it have. You're able to borrow against your Bitcoin. You also are able to see the price movement. You get notification when Bitcoin is down, when Bitcoin is up. And also, Strike has one of the best CEO in the Bitcoin community, and his name is Jack Mallers. Jack Mallers is a great person to listen to. I will share more about him as I continue this episode. Cashapp is another great platform to buy Bitcoin because of the Lightning Network. I believe any platform, any Bitcoin exchange, or Bitcoin wallet that have the Lightning Network just make your life much easier, because utilizing Bitcoin on-chain is a lot slower. So you may hear people talk about Bitcoin is too slow because it's on-chain, but Lightning Network is a lot faster. You receive your Bitcoin instantly, and also you have great privacy because the Lightning Network, you can't trace it. So I always advise people to utilize Strike, utilize Cashapp, and if you're trying to move Bitcoin around, those are great two platforms to utilize to move Bitcoin because of the Lightning Network. The next great exchange that I recommend is Robinhood. Robinhood have been adapting the Bitcoin and crypto space a lot, where there's a lot of new features to access Bitcoin off of Robinhood, even crypto too. But Robinhood is great because what is becoming a very popular platform, people are constantly on it to buy stocks, to do betting, and also to buy Bitcoin and crypto. The only thing that I don't like about Robinhood because of the spread. The spread is a lot higher. So right now, if you're trying to buy Bitcoin at 105,000, it might have like a 8% spread. So the price of Bitcoin may be at 106,000. And I don't like that. You're just trying to take my money. So I always recommend people to utilize Strike because of the real price of you buying Bitcoin. Another great platform that I recommend is Fold. Fold is a personal finance power by Bitcoin, where you get a debit card, you get the Fold card. With the Fold card, you can use it to pay your expense, to pay bills, and on top of that, as you use the card, you're able to receive Bitcoin. Fold is a great platform because as it continue growing, sooner or later we will get the Fold credit card. It will be a game changer for anyone that want to utilize credit to fund their life and also attract sats as you continue utilizing this product. A website that I like to use called the BTC Price Tool. This is a website where it compare the different prices of Bitcoin on Fold, Strike, Swan, Cashapp, Coinbase, except for River Showcase Block. But as I mentioned, sometimes these different exchanges may have different spread. So you always want to pay attention on the spread, because the amount of Bitcoin, the amount of sats that you may acquire may be different. So, and also the fees. I advise people, if you're a newbie, Coinbase is cool, but as you get deeper in understanding how to buy Bitcoin, use other platform. For instance, for me, I can't use Coinbase. Like I mentioned on my first episode, I got the bank by Coinbase because I got caught up in a crypto scam. So now I can't use that platform. I'm happy that I learned other platform because it just allowed me to become better and more sharper when it comes to buying Bitcoin, to put myself in a better position. But this is the btcpricetool.com. You can use it to see the different prices on the different exchange to buy Bitcoin. The best cold wallet. So my journey with the cold wallet been very interesting. For me, at first, I was using Ledger and Trezor, but with me dabbling in Bitcoin and crypto in my early journey, it wasn't good, because if I was to get into an incident that my investment got hacked by a hacker, they'll be able to see all of my asset and they'll take it. But now with me doing only Bitcoin, I prefer Bitcoin only wallet just to separate myself from attackers that may want to attack me and take my asset. But you always want to store your Bitcoin on a cold wallet because you'll have the separation from the exchange. A few weeks ago, AWS was down, so anybody that kept their money on Robinhood or Coinbase didn't have access to their money until the platform was able to resume because AWS was down. So you always want to take your asset off these exchanges because you don't want to get caught up. And also, you hear a lot of people say, not your keys, not your coin. So if you're storing your asset and leaving it on the exchange, you must take it out immediately unless you are waiting to hit a certain limit, and then you take it out and transfer it to your cold wallet. But it's important to have a cold wallet because you want to have control of your asset. And the best recommendation of cold wallet to me is the Cold Card Q, Sparrow Wallet, and Blockstream Jade. So the Cold Card Q is from a company called CoinKite. It's a Canadian business, and they have one of the best cold wallets to store your Bitcoin. Currently, right now, I have the basic bundle Q. This is my first product from CoinKite. I'm not getting sponsored for advertising this company or their product, but I always recommend anybody that are new, that are trying to buy the best cold wallet, get the Cold Card Q because they have a lot of great features. It's air gap, and you have a great privacy to where you're able to store it safely and secure. It's not being backed by no program, and it's just one of the best platform. And you see a lot of people talk about the Cold Card Q. On my YouTube channel, I have a playlist that showcase different example of how people are utilizing the Cold Card Q, and it just make your life easier. The next wallet that I recommend is the Sparrow Bitcoin wallet. This is one of my favorite wallet because I learned how to connect my Cold Card Q to my Sparrow wallet. And also with me getting deeper and understanding about Bitcoin Node, I utilize the Start 9. The Start 9, I'm able to download a program called Electron. And with Electron, I'm able to connect my node to my Sparrow wallet. And also, as I connect it to my Sparrow wallet, I see all of my transactions that go through my Cold Card Q. So I always recommend people to get the Sparrow Bitcoin wallet. It's a desktop wallet that you have to download from their website. You don't want to go on no app, because if you see it on an app, just know that somebody behind that app is going to take your Bitcoin. There's a video of someone lost 14 Bitcoin because he downloaded the Sparrow app and then he thought that it was from the Sparrow company, but it was from a hacker that put it on the app store and he lost all of his Bitcoin. So I recommend you to get it off of the Sparrow wallet. And you can also go on there, go on their Twitter account, their X account, and they'll tell you the latest update and what they are doing. The next cold wallet that I recommend if anyone is a beginner is the Blockstream J Plus. This is my first Bitcoin only wallet that I purchased. I like it, but there were some things I didn't like about it because you had to download an app called the Blockstream Green, and that's how you're able to access it. The app was a little bit slow, so it have its pros and cons, but it's a great cold wallet for anybody that's new. They have cool features like the Lightning Network, the Liquid Network, but at the same time, I believe it's still new. They still have to fix certain things to make it much faster, but they also have air gap. So if anybody is new to buying cold wallet, I recommend the Blockstream Jade if you're a beginner. But if you just want to get the best of the best, you can also get the Cold Card Q, and this will give you the leverage of storing your Bitcoin the best way. The best hot wallet to me right now is the Nunchuk and the Bull Bitcoin. Nunchuk is a great wallet, a great platform to have on your phone because you're able to connect it to your Cold Card Q, connect it to any cold wallet that you have. I like it because I'm able to see the amount of Bitcoin on my phone to where I'm able to see the amount of sats. I'm able to receive Bitcoin as I utilize the new addresses that are connected to my Cold Card Q. I can also connect it to my Blockstream Jade just to see how much Bitcoin that I have on there. And also, it just gives you a better leverage of security because now that you have the Cold Card Q or the Blockstream J connected to your nunchuck, you're able to receive Bitcoin. The only thing that you will have to do if you're trying to transfer Bitcoin, you must have your cold wallet near you so that you're able to scan the QR code and transfer it to wherever that you want to transfer it to. But the nunchuck is a great platform to have because I was able to learn more about this by watching BTC Session, as he have a great video of using the Cold Card Q and connecting it to your nunchuck. So I recommend anyone that want to have the great privacy is to download this app. It's on the App Store. And if you want to get more details of how to use this platform, you can go on the BTC Session and he will give you a great explanation on how to use it. The next hot wallet that I recently just found is the Bull Bitcoin. It's a Canadian business, and the Bull Bitcoin is a non-custodial Bitcoin exchange and wallet. Currently right now, I just utilize their wallet. I don't buy no Bitcoin from this exchange. I prefer to use it as a wallet because of the non-KYC. And with this wallet, it have the Lightning Network, it have the Litwit Network, it have PayJoin. PayJoin is a way where you're able to increase your privacy after you're transferring Bitcoin to a different exchange or transfer it to whatever that you want to transfer it to. But this is a great business. Currently it's new, so there's a lot of new updates that's going on in the background, but as it continue growing, it's going to be a great platform to use. I utilize it for the Lightning Network to send Bitcoin from Strike to Bull Bitcoin, and from there I put it on-chain to where I'm able to transfer it to my Cold Card Q. But the Bull Bitcoin is great to utilize. BTC Session also have a video about this, so if anybody that's interested into it, I would say look into this because it will give you a better leverage on how to transfer Bitcoin, increase your security, and just grow. The best hardware for Bitcoin node is the Start9. I love the Start9 because it just gives me the flexibility to see how I can become more technical, because even though Bitcoin may be a blockchain, but there's a lot of things that you can do with it. So if anybody's interested, I would say go on the Start9 website. I bought the Server 1. The Server 1 is good to have for a beginner, and it will give you a lot of programs that you can access once you buy it. These are the different kinds of services that I utilize. The Bitcoin Knot, this is a way where I'm able to get access to the Bitcoin node and be connected to the Bitcoin network. Like I mentioned, Electron is a way for I can connect it to my Sparrow wallet, and me connect to my Sparrow wallet just give me more leverage of utilizing my node to have control of my transaction. And there's a lot more different program, but I recommend anybody that want to get deeper into Bitcoin to get a Bitcoin node. It will help you when it comes to security, help you have more privacy, and you don't have to depend on these third party company to see how things are going in the background. You always want to protect your data as you get deeper into this Bitcoin ecosystem. The top Bitcoiner to learn from, there's a lot of different Bitcoiners that I listen to, but these are the top people that will give you the best insight. You have Jack Mallers, you have Chris Johnson, you have Matthew Crater, you have BTC Session, and Buy the Hood, Stack Sass, or Die Trying. These people have shaped my knowledge and gave me a different perspective when it comes to Bitcoin, because everybody that are into the Bitcoin space may look at Bitcoin differently, but these people will give you the best insight on how to move and how to increase your knowledge when it comes to Bitcoin. And I will share their YouTube channel. This is Jack Mallers, the one that I mentioned earlier, the one that's the CEO of Strike. This is a great person to listen to every Monday. He share his perspective of what's going on in the economy. Tomorrow, if anybody that is tuning in, go on his YouTube channel. He stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and he will give you a rundown of what's going on. Another great person I mentioned is Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson is a great person to listen to. He will not lead you wrong. He's one of the best Bitcoiner that I like to listen to. He helped me understand how to move in this space, giving me the knowledge, the wisdom, and just creating your own sovereignty, because nobody's going to save you. You have to save yourself as you continue living on this earth. And you just want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the best people that are going to give you the best insight on how to move. Matthew Cratter, Bitcoin University. If anybody that want to understand what's going on in the Bitcoin community, this is the best YouTube channel to listen to, because he will give you the facts. He won't lie. He give you the truth. There's a lot going on in the Bitcoin community right now, but apparently he will show you the way. If you go back to his old videos, he have a lot of tutorial on how to utilize Bitcoin and understanding what are the best cold wallet, the best information to look at. But Matthew Cratter is a great person to listen to. Bitcoin University. Like I mentioned earlier, BTC session. Anybody that want to become more technical when it comes to Bitcoin, go to BTC session. This is a great YouTube channel because he have a lot of great resources that can help you increase your sovereignty when it comes to Bitcoin, the best wallet to buy, the best way to secure your Bitcoin, the best way to have more privacy. And he always giving you new information, new products, and the things that he utilizing to make his life better as he live on the Bitcoin standard. And by the hood, this is one of the best podcasts that gave me the insight and knowledge about Bitcoin last year as I learned and jump into the Bitcoin rabbit hole. This is a great brother. He will give you the best knowledge, the best resources, the best way to understand Bitcoin and how to move. So anybody that are looking for great Bitcoiners that are in the Bitcoin space, these are the people that I recommend. And last, as I continue with this video, as I continue my Bitcoin journey, my main focus for the rest of my life is my relationship with Christ, self-sovereignty, digital sovereignty, and community sovereignty. As you continue learning ways of increasing your value, you just want to make sure that these key things are aligned with your goals, with the way you are moving, because a lot of people won't give you the right information on how to live your life. But with me, I will be very truthful with you because I'm not perfect. I'm looking for ways to grow. But as I continue learning more about Bitcoin, it just teaches me that you have to create your own system. You have to protect your data. And also you have to support those that's in your community because we need each other. We can't do things alone. And also just let God lead you in a way. And before I close, I just wanted to provide a quote from the Bible, Proverbs 28:20. A faithful person will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished. So the meaning of this scripture is that as long you are patient, as long you are faithful with your goals, taking the time to increase your value, taking the time to understand how to become blessed and rich, and also just let go the motive of trying to get rich very quickly, because as you try to get rich very quickly, you will lose all of your asset because you didn't have the right intention. So always remember your goals, always remember the ways of how you want to move in your life, because it's not going to get easier as we continue living in this world. You want to make sure that you are doing the knowledge, you are doing the research, and that you are connecting with the right people. And like I said before, Bitcoin is the solution. Bitcoin will give you back all the time that you need. And anybody that want to speak with me, you can come to my YouTube channel. I have a link in my bio that you're able to book a consultant if you want to get more deeper of understanding how to utilize Bitcoin, how I utilize it in my everyday living, the strategy that I implement in my life, and how I am making sure that I am doing my best to make it in my own ways. Also, I have a playlist called Thank God for Bitcoin for anybody that is new into Bitcoin. I have a playlist of all the videos that I have watched. I always update it every single moment as I discover new videos about Bitcoin. And they have all the speakers that I mentioned, all the resources, all the tools that I use to make my life easier. And also just a great rabbit hole for anybody that are new. So come to my channel. You will see all of these wonderful videos that I have created for anybody that want to continue learning about Bitcoin. And to end this video, just wanted to share this last video about Jack Mallers, of how he believed that there is no top when it comes to Bitcoin. This is only the beginning. So take advantage as we continue living in this economy, as we see the change that is happening.
The beginning is ending, and the end is beginning. Look at the data, look at the numbers, do the math. That's all this all is. Wait, how much debt do they have? Huh, okay. Wait, how many more Bitcoins can we print? Oh, no more? This is it? Ah, yes, right. Number go up. I know that we're not used to things going all-time high after all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. But this is the new normal. The dollar has to crash. It has to go down against assets. The debt is out of control. The post-1971 dollar is dead, guys. You can no longer ignore the charts. The charts are the truth. And if you've got gold and Bitcoin leading for the first time in the assets history where they've been operating together, that screams fiscal emergency. In the 15 years Bitcoin has been around, gold and Bitcoin have never been 1 and 2. That screams a new monetary era. That is a rotation out of the US dollar and US assets, guys. I cannot put it any clearer. Stop listening to TikTokers. Stop doom scrolling with all the low testosterone out there. Look at this chart. Bitcoin returns from 2010 to 2025. That's a 15-year track record. 15 years. Look at this chart. Holding Bitcoin, you've had 3 red years of 15. People ask me, dude, how do you do it? How do I do what? Win so much? You want to ask me a question? You're going to ask me how I just do green, 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 green.
And this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous.
Bitcoin has outperformed gold in the S&P 500 every single year. It's the scarcest thing you can own, and it's available to all of us. All of us have a ticket out. It's going mainstream now. We're the crazy people at the party that were right.
So thank you everyone that was tuning into my episode about my Bitcoin journey. And if anybody have any question, please leave a comment. And also, if anybody want to learn my strategy, you're able to click my link on my YouTube channel. I have it in my bio, and I appreciate you those that are tuning in, and be on the lookout for the next episode as I continue sharing my strategy on how I am winning with Bitcoin. Thank you, and have a blessed day.